Pat Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Hey, welcome. Great to have you here. 888-900-3393. Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Don't forget, got the overtime period now. Pat Gray Overtime, which this will be installment number 13 today. Lucky number 13.
Countdown still happening.
Still happening.
Or count up.
Told you. I'm committed to this thing.
All right, good.
Committed. So it's where we go deeper into things, talk about things that we wouldn't necessarily talk about on the actual show. And so I think you're going to love it. Go to blazetv.com/Pat and then type in More Unleashed in the promo code, and you save $15 off your year subscription.
Cool.
$15 off. More Unleashed. Okay? All right. So we'll see you there. That happens. We post it, 11 o'clock Central.
We do.
Live it, love it. You're just a woman. Oklahoma has passed a near total ban on abortion. Lawmakers in Oklahoma yesterday approved a near total ban on abortion, making it the latest Republican-led state to forge ahead with stringent abortion legislation as the Supreme Court weighs a case that could overturn Roe v. Wade later this year. The measure, Senate Bill 612, would make performing an abortion, except to save the life of a pregnant woman in a medical emergency, that almost never happens in modern-day America. Right. It's incredibly rare, as to almost never happen. But it's a felony punishable by up to 10 years in prison and a fine of $100,000 for the doctor.
Just opening up the back alley abortions in Oklahoma.
We know where
that's what we're doing.
There's probably been a sudden spike in travel from the coast to Oklahoma since this happened. I'm sure the radicals are well on their way.
I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
Post out in front of the Capitol.
No question. Yeah, no question. Yeah, and that's, of course, what they're going to say is that that'll just open up back alley abortions, 100%. And you're going to have 10,000 women killed every year.
Women, women's rights. Women's need to have the right to be able to kill their babies.
It's what they lied about in the first place to make this happen. The back alley abortion thing was something they made up. They literally made up the number.
We've proven that.
Yeah. Yes. And the number, I don't remember what the number actually was, but it was tiny. I mean, it was hardly anybody died from back alley abortion.
Besides, are there any alleys in Oklahoma?
No, there's not a single alley in Oklahoma.
So I think we're good there.
Yeah.
So,
and by the way, this is coming from a person whose grandmother died from a self-administered abortion.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's really sad, actually.
Really sad. So it does happen. I mean, it happened in my family.
You're right.
So
not in an alley.
But not in an alley.
See,
I think she was in her bedroom and used a.
Well, this was in the mean streets.
Hanger.
So
it's on the mean streets. Yeah.
Mean.
Yeah. So really sad.
I'll stop. I was going to start making some more jokes. I'm going to stop.
You had a joke about my grandmother's.
Yeah, it was actually. And then I thought
self-administered abortion.
Actually, myself, I'm mad.
I can't believe that.
Wow, you're a bad person.
For feeling bad about doing that.
You're a bad person.
Jeff Fisher censored himself.
I did.
Wow.
But just to have the thought shows what a bad person he is.
Okay, but he's making progress. But I really feel like I need to write down April 6th, 2022 as the day Jeff Fisher
edited himself. That's pretty good. So the Oklahoma House voted 70-14 to send the bill, which passed the Senate last year, to Governor Kevin Stitt, a Republican whose office responded by noting that Mr. Stitt vowed in September to sign every piece of pro-life legislation that came to his desk. Isn't that great?
Yeah.
That's a good governor who does that. Come on. Because you're going to get nothing but flack from people.
He's grief forever now.
Forever. But it's interesting because Idaho just did something similar. You know, Texas has the heartbeat bill. Oklahoma pretty much outlaws them outright. I mean, we're making some progress here.
Yes, we are.
It's kind of mind-boggling.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see what happens with the Supreme Court. But still, we're doing things that haven't been done
since
1973.
Shoot your shot.
Yep. and they're doing it. They're taking a chance, and they're going for it, and they're trying to protect babies' lives. If allowed to take effect, SB 612 would be devastating for both Oklahomans and Texans who continue to seek care in Oklahoma. That's according to the ACLU of Oklahoma and Oklahoma Call for Reproductive Justice. You gotta love that organization.
All right.
Oklahoma Call for Reproductive Justice.
Well, I mean, companies are already here in Texas, and I'm sure they'll do it in Oklahoma too. We'll provide transportation to other states where you can kill your baby if you want.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
okay,
good.
thank you.
Great. Yeah, that's perfect. Thank you.
Right.
Jeez. And, there are plenty of places where they can go do that. But that just makes it a little more inconvenient for them.
Yes.
From Florida to Idaho, Republican-led legislatures have been operating as though Roe v. Wade has already been struck down, advancing restrictions that aim to make abortion illegal in as many circumstances as possible, which is as it should be, and so great. After killing 63 million babies, maybe it's time we did something else. Obviously, I'm thrilled because we have the potential of seeing many, many lives of babies saved. Part of that depends on future court rulings, like the one in Mississippi, the Dobbs versus Jackson Women's Health Organization, according to Mr. Olson. He said the bill passed without any floor debate. Nobody debated, and nobody asked any questions. I was actually kind of shocked. You got a bill that almost bans abortion completely.
Just let it go.
And nobody asks a question?
Nobody wants a piece of it. All right, we're just going to vote it through and
I guess.
be done with it.
Interesting. Wow.
It is.
Mallory Carroll, a spokeswoman for the Susan B. Anthony List, an anti-abortion group, said Oklahoma is one of the most pro-life states in the country, was following other states and enacting laws to restrict abortion as much as possible. I mean, it just keeps going. We've got some momentum on our side right now. But it was Colorado that just did the opposite and passed an abortion bill that was that allows for abortion without any restrictions.
Oh, is this
None.
the same Colorado where Californians just kind of invaded it and took it over?
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay.
That's the state. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You know it well.
I'm going to have to look at their law in Colorado.
Yeah, I mean, it includes partial birth abortion.
Why doesn't it
you can do anything.
include, birth up to 5 years old?
I know. What's the difference? You're being born, or you're born for an hour or 2 hours or 5 months. It's a difference.
Right.
You've still killed a baby. You've literally murdered a baby. But they don't care. They don't care. These radicals, they can't accept any restrictions.
Right.
And when you talk to Democrats now, that's what they say. It shouldn't be restricted. Well, wait. You mean right up to birth? Shouldn't be restricted. Should be no restrictions.
Women's rights.
Mm-hmm. Wait.
My choice.
All right. My body, my choice. No, you've got another body coming out of your body. That's the body we're talking about.
Not yet, I don't.
Yes. That's the one we're talking about, Putin. So you might want to consider that. But they don't, of course. They don't. Looks like 81% of U.S. adults are worried about a recession hitting this year.
What?
Why would you be worried about that? Everything's fine.
Gas prices are down.
Yeah, it went down a whole
I
dime.
was $3.55 this morning driving in.
I only paid $91.50 yesterday.
Nice. You're almost under 90 for a full tank.
Almost. It was just $91.50 to fill it up.
Stop.
$91.50. Yeah. So I paid $93, $90, and $91.50. So I guess the only way I can figure is why I'm paying more now when it went down 10 cents is because the tank was a little bit emptier,
Right.
I guess. But it's ridiculous to have to pay $90.
I felt good. I put 30 in, and actually, the bar moved.
Did it?
Yeah. I put 30. I was like, oh, okay, I can get home.
I remember as a teenager putting 5 in and seeing it fill up half. You know, you put $5 in and go. You'd fill it half full on $5.
I mean, I remember my grandfather.
$10 fills it full.
I remember my grandfather telling me stories about.
Oh, do you?
About spending that much, that money for gas.
I remember my grandfather telling me about those stories.
Putting a couple dollars in and having gas in the tank.
Probably get a quarter of a tank on $2.
I know.
So great.
It was incredible.
Good times. When it's 30 cents a gallon, you could. It doesn't take much.
You're scrounging for change, so you've got to be able to put some gas in your car and be able to travel. I mean, that was amazing.
Yep.
For my grandfather, of course.
Of course. Yeah, you heard those stories.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But now you got to take out a loan in order to fill up your tank. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, we actually have a graph here. I don't know if you have that, Rob. Do you have the graph of the printing? Because that's obviously a lot to do with our situation. The trillions of dollars we've been printing. Do you have that chart, Rob? Because I want to explain this. Okay, you see how it leaps off at the far right there? Mm-hmm. Tom Elliott posted this. Jerome Powell's printing is to blame for a lot of this. But when Jerome Powell took the reins of the Federal Reserve, the money supply stood at $3.6 trillion. Mm-hmm. In just 4 years, he's increased it to $20.7. So we've gone from $3.6 trillion in circulation to $20.7, almost 600% increase. And you can see, look at that chart. There it is. That's your inflation in one graph right there, because you got more dollars.
Yeah, a lot more
circulating, and the value of what you're chasing goes down. So there you go.
Mm-hmm. Rate hikes, soaring energy prices, geopolitical risks have combined to stoke fears of possible recession. Credit Suisse, however, thinks that's an unlikely scenario.
Oh, is it?
Okay. Well, that'd be great. I hope not. I hope we don't have a recession. After 2 years of the coronavirus pandemic, a recession, and a rapid recovery, Americans are worried that the economy may swiftly decline once again. Some 81% of adults say they think the U.S. economy is likely to experience a recession in 2022, according to CNBC Plus. Geez, there's a CNBC Plus too?
Wow.
Really?
Wow.
It is unbelievable. Everybody wants in.
They
You
sure
subscribe
do.
to that, right?
They sure do.
Of course. Of course.
So,
yeah.
okay, if you have to choose, CNBC Plus or CNN Plus, what you doing here?
I'm going CNBC Plus.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, I'm with
Yeah.
you.
The online survey of nearly 4,000 adults was conducted March 23rd and 24th.
We all see the prices going up on everything, man. I mean, it is almost every product has gone up dramatically.
I would say every product has gone up.
Okay.
It's almost because even if the cost of your ingredients of whatever you make your product with, you got the transportation costs, which have gone up. So
Right.
you eventually have to raise your prices for that.
And
you
you
have to.
so long.
We have the another stat there. If you want to see how much everything has gone up, as Jeffy alluded to, the percentages of everything. There you go. From natural gas all the way down the line. Look at that from year to year.
Natural gas, 119%. Up 119%. Heating oil, 93%. Coffee has gone up 85%, which hasn't really rocked my world.
Okay, but everybody listening
was mine.
can relate to that.
Mm-hmm. WTI crude, 68%. Brent crude, 66%. Cotton, 66%. Gasoline,
There's a clothing.
61%. Wheat, 59%. Aluminum, 57%. Wow. Sugar, 31%. Corn, 30%. Copper, 17%. Gold, 12%. Soybeans, 10%. U.S. CPI, 7.9%. I don't know what that is. United States.
We'll figure it out. What's next?
Silver is up to 1%.
Oh, look at lumber being a contrarian.
Lumber fell 13%.
And that was after it spiked, if you'll recall.
Yeah.
So that doesn't mean anything because it went through the roof just over a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
And so this is really not. The CPI is, I don't know. Oh, that's just, wait, put that back up. It says 7.9. Okay, so what's the, all I can find is Consumer Price Index. Is that what that is saying?
Oh, yeah,
Okay,
the U.S. Consumer Price Index. is up about 8%.
Yeah, but real inflation is more like 20. But okay.
If you go by the 1980 way,
Right.
we calculated it. It's over 20%. It's crazy. I mean, it's just absolutely crazy.
Thanks, Joe.
Yeah, you saw the little thing. I did that. Yeah, thanks, Joe. Appreciate that.
I mean,
He's so great.
He is. And yesterday,
yes,
He
thank
was
you.
on fire yesterday. He had his old buddy back in the White House with him.
I know.
Barack
The man.
Hussein Obama was
The
back.
saint was back.
And this time, he's pissed. Is he just a saint? He's almost like a god. Really? Right above us. Somebody once said that. Yeah.
Like is what's the definition of a deity?
Well,
I mean, in a
Barack
way,
Obama.
Obama's standing above the country, above the world. He's sort of God. He's
That's
All
right. Yeah.
So there you go.
There you have it. I
Remember that?
apologize.
Don't try to demote him
you.
to angel status. That is really insulting to him.
I know. I apologize. I already apologized.
All right. Okay. This from an expatriate down under. Keith, Pat's definitely not our trained monkey, but it'd be nice if you could coax an Obama whistle speech out of him.
Today's the day, huh?
When you talk about that crap show event yesterday
Whoa, that crap show event.
with aimlessly lost Biden shuffling around at the end. So great. Wait till you see it.
Whole event from start to finish was.
Wait till you see it. Here's a look. Barack Obama just funning with Joe.
Thank you very much.
Funnin'.
Thank you, everybody. Have a seat. Have a seat. Thank you. Vice President Biden, Vice President. That was a joke.
It was a joke.
Was it?
Does Joe know
Was
what
it
time it is?
indeed? Yeah, was it?
Was it?
No, you're just putting him in his place. That's what you're
exactly
doing.
You know who's running the show, bro.
Yeah.
That was all set up.
Joe doesn't realize that.
You know he wasn't happy about that.
No way.
It's just a little dig at him. Just a little dig. I'm still above you. Don't get all uppity on me. Because, first of all, never underestimate the ability of Joe Biden to F things up.
I think that was a quote.
It was a direct quote from Barack Obama. So,
I thought they were buddies. They were
yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah,
know.
they're
You
Yeah,
just said they were
close.
funning together.
Close personal friends. Absolutely. So, Joe Biden, maybe joking?
The American Rescue Plan subsidizes that are lowering premiums, subsidies are lowering premiums and extending
What the-
coverage. And I got a little practice when you gave me that other act, when we were president. You were president. I was with you.
What?
Just.
That's bad.
That's bad.
I don't think anybody even knew what the hell he's talking about.
He doesn't know what
'Cause
he's talking about.
He couldn't get through it, and everybody's like, "What? What are you talking about?" I don't even know. Sorry, we missed that because
Wow.
you're just babbling nonsense up there.
I mean, I think he's trying to be. I realize that he's trying to lay out some kind of funniness, but that's just bad.
It was awkward.
Very.
Really awkward, embarrassing.
What's the other? Hold on. Which clip was that, Rob? Was that 2 or 3 that you just played? Out of curiosity. Okay. Yeah, play the other one here. Let's see here if he's even know what time it is.
The American Rescue Plan subsidies.
Oh,
No, this the same one.
subsi-
That's the same one there. Okay. So do we have another one, or did they pull the same one twice? All right.
Are
guys.
2 and 3 the same? Cuts 2 and 3.
Apparently they.
The
not
Okay.
pulled the other one.
All right.
Okay.
Because
Everybody.
he had said because Obama or Joe Biden had called himself
Vice president.
vice president. Yeah, because I'm Barack's vice president. Yeah, we know you were.
It's
And what he means is he still is. I mean, it's still
I
still
was
Obama
joking.
calling the shots right now. Somebody is. You know, he's getting orders from somewhere. I don't know who
Sure feels
necessarily.
that way.
It's Obama or George Soros or I don't know.
Schwab.
Yes.
Klaus.
Right, Klaus Schwab.
Corn Pop
Exactly.
was a bad dude.
Corn Pop.
Corn Pop.
Maybe Corn
Yeah.
Pop is behind the scenes.
Still holding sway.
Meanwhile, everybody wanted to shake Obama's hand yesterday because
Oh, yeah.
he's fabulous.
Welcome back.
Joe is just lost right here. Barack is laughing, clapping. Everybody wants to see him. Ha! Kamala. of
Nobody
course,
wants to
right
talk to
there.
Joe.
Nobody wants to talk to Joe. Finally, Joe comes up and puts his hand on Barack's shoulder. Hey, Barack. Ignored. Nothing. That's embarrassing.
You can tell he doesn't like him.
I know.
He doesn't like him.
He never looks. Doesn't even glance at him.
Yeah. He couldn't care less about Joe Biden. Couldn't care
Not
less.
a chance.
Nope. Just it's interesting to watch, actually. Really interesting.
Yeah, that's the word.
And then nobody wanted to talk to Joe after the speech, apparently.
Oh, where am I going? Oh, I don't know. Where's everybody at?
Hello.
Everybody's over there with Barack.
Hello.
Why is everybody talking to Barack?
We'll just wander around here.
That's sad.
It's not. I love it. I love it. I don't feel a bit bad for that guy.
I don't
any
feel
of this
bad
stuff,
for him.
'cause
It's
he's a
just sad to see.
total and complete douchebag who's intentionally destroying this country. And then he gets pissed when people are like, "What are you doing here? Will you stop?" And then he gets all indignant,
Yes.
like he's doing the greatest job anybody's ever done. Well, I'm sorry, but you're incompetent and you're completely lost as far as where you are, what you're supposed to be doing, being able to speak.
I know. It's terrible. And I don't know if we have it because I just remembered the clip. But while Barack was speaking, Joe and Kamala are standing back behind him. And Joe just reaches in his pocket, takes out a candy, opens up the candy.
Little
I guess
Werther's
it's-
Originals?
I guess it's time for a new Werther's, yeah, or a new lemon drop.
Lemon
and
drop, baby.
puts it back in his pocket while Barack is speaking. It's like, dude, what are you doing? Bro, this is amazing.
It is. Yeah, it is. All right, we were talking abortion a few minutes ago. Throughout the whole world, the leading cause of death is abortion. It's over 1 billion people worldwide. In the United States, murder has become a wholesale business since Roe v. Wade. Killed over 63 million children. 63 million. Nearly 25% of pregnant mothers don't choose life. And more black babies are aborted than born alive in New York City. Year after year now. The Ministry of Preborn and Blaze Media are partnering to help rescue 50,000 babies from abortion this year. Preborn is the direct competition to Planned Parenthood and the largest provider of free ultrasounds in the United States. They provide ultrasounds because when the woman sees the ultrasound, she's 80% more likely to choose life. Once you see the baby, once you hear the heartbeat, you realize what's going on. It's pretty hard to deny that that's life.
Yes.
And so that's why Preborn does this. And when the mother chooses life, then they go into gear to provide maternity and baby clothes, diapers, car seats, counseling, all kinds of things free of charge to the mother. Preborn has a passion to save unborn babies from abortion and see women come to Christ. Will you help rescue babies' lives this year? To donate, dial pound 250, say the keyword baby. That's pound 250, keyword baby, or go to preborn.com/Pat. That's preborn.com/Pat.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
And welcome. The Pentagon has released some UFO files, 1,574 pages now, of real-life X-files related to its secretive UFO program after a 4-year battle. The Sun Online first requested a copy of all files, reports, or video files. related to the Advanced Aviation Threat Identification Program, AATIP. AATIP.
AATIP.
They filed a Freedom of Information Act just days after the existence of the shadowy program had been made public. Finally, after more than 4 years, the Defense Intelligence Agency released more than 1,500 documents. It includes government-commissioned scientific reports and letters to the Pentagon regarding the UFO program.
Yeah. Fascinating stuff.
The haul includes reports into research on the biological effects of UFO sightings on humans, sets out categorizations for paranormal experiences, and studies into sci-fi style tech. Huh. They also, one of the things that we have discovered now was apparently that a U.S. Navy warship was shadowed by 2 car-sized balls of light that were unaffected by anti-drone weapons. The U.S. Kearsarge is the latest vessel to have reportedly had a UFO encounter as the U.S. military begins to open up about the mysterious phenomena. Documentary filmmaker Dave C. Beatty, who produced the 2019 film The Nimitz Encounters, about the 2004 U.S. Navy encounter with the Tic Tac object. That's the thing that they've got some like radar on.
Yes.
And they see it on radar, and then it goes really fast, and then it shoots down to the water, and then it's back up in the air,
Right.
and it's all over the place. And it's Tic Tac shaped.
And just so you know, the photo that we put up on Blaze TV, that's a recreation.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, that's not real. They have not released any of
Yeah,
the
they have the
photos.
footage.
They have the footage,
they're not releasing
according
it.
to the reports. They have the.
Isn't that the stuff we've seen online?
Not this.
This one isn't.
This one is
This
not.
is
This
just a
one. This
draw.
one
Okay.
is the recreation of the 2
Oh,
dots
this one
that
I know.
they saw.
Yeah. But I'm talking now about this 2004 thing.
The Tic Tac one.
Tic
yeah,
Tac
we
thing,
saw
we
that
have
footage.
that.
Absolutely. Yes.
But this, go back to that. That's a recreation. I knew that wasn't. Thank you for making sure that everybody knew that was a recreation, because I'm sure everybody thought that was an actual photograph of an
gotta be safe.
actual
Could have
event.
been.
Jeffy, I appreciate
Could have
you
been.
pointing that out. Otherwise, we're going to get people reaching out to us to say, that was a recreation, you didn't say it.
Right.
So thank you, Jeffy.
Okay, a recreation. That's a recreation.
That's not real.
Wait, is that CGI, Pat? What is that up there?
That's a recreation,
It's a
Keith.
recreation?
It looks
Yeah.
kind of real to me.
It does look
Yeah, well,
real.
that's why I said.
I mean, that looks like an actual ship on actual water
Yeah.
with 2 actual UFOs above it.
It's a
I don't care
recreation.
what you say.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
see, Judy appreciates this moment for us as well. The recreation.
So apparently they tried to knock it down with anti-drone technology. Didn't do anything to him. He laughed at our anti-drone technology. Seriously, if they can travel here from wherever there's life, come on. Obviously, they have better tech than we do. Obviously, we're not going to be able to muscle them down like that. We'd have no chance.
Well,
We'd have no chance.
They're going to have some kind of weakness. I mean, we saw that in the documentary Independence Day.
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
some
I know.
weakness
We'll
that
find
they'll
it.
have.
We'll
Yeah,
find
it's
it.
We'll
like-
find it. And it'll be the Americans that find it, too. I'll tell you that.
It will be the
The
Americans
world will
that
be
find
waiting for the Americans to solve the
that
problem.
much I
I'll
know.
tell you that.
Yep. Like we'll figure out that they can't handle water, or So what are you doing here on a planet that's 75%
Everyone
water?
grab their hoses.
Dummies.
We got it.
What is the movie? There is one where it's like you splash water on them and they burn up or
That's
something.
that's Signs, right?
Is it Signs?
Or something, right?
Is it
maybe.
Signs?
Yeah, it's Signs.
Maybe.
Yeah, now,
Stupid.
Rob down the hall suggests that we just throw Will Smith out and he'll slap him. And just like,
Well, there you
know,
go. I mean,
he can handle it.
he did
Thank
punch
you.
one of the aliens
Thank you.
in
See,
the
he
documentary.
has experience, and
did.
we've seen him in action recently. He still got it.
Right.
We also found out that UFOs left radiation burns and unaccounted for pregnancies in this new report.
Wait, hold on. Whoa. Wait, hold on.
I think I'm pregnant.
Wait.
I'm pregnant.
There's been a movie or
That's
two
great.
about this.
I know.
Okay. More Pat Gray Unleashed. Come on.
It said.
We were talking about aliens, and the technological advantage they have, and how you kill them. Because some of them die just when you splash water on them.
Right.
I was trying to think of what it was that killed. I watched this whole season of Invasion last year, I think it was, on Apple TV Plus, maybe?
Might be. Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, some dumb, simple little thing started killing these things because they couldn't do it. I mean, they're getting wiped out by the millions. Right. And then all of a sudden somebody discovers, hey, Brill cream kills them. I don't remember what it was.
That's awesome. A 3M product.
Yeah.
I have no idea who makes
Dippity Doo. If you put some Dippity Doo on their head, they die. It's weird. It's really weird.
Dippity Doo.
But I'm looking it up, and this says that it culminated, spoiler alert, in a nuclear missile strike, striking an alien spaceship, causing the world to rejoice, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, okay, I remember that, but something started killing them before that nuclear strike. I can't remember what it is, though.
You recall in the documentary The Blob.
The Blob?
Yeah, Steve McQueen discovers what kills aliens.
And what killed them?
It was
nothing.
It was cold. It was
that didn't kill them. That just stopped them.
What was it?
They just threw it in. I mean,
Was it a fire
the blob
or
too could happen at any moment thanks to climate change.
Oh,
okay, because they just dropped it into the Arctic.
So they're just frozen right now.
Yeah.
Okay. That's so basically the big time spoiler alerts here.
We should produce a Blob 2 thanks to climate change.
Don't be stealing our ideas, Babylon B.
This time, it's pissed.
Oh, Babylon B article on its way that shows that the blob thaws out because of climate change. Yeah. Oh, it's happening.
Too. You're welcome.
But, another spoiler alert on that Amazon movie I always reference, The Tomorrow War. I mean, they obviously...
it was enjoyable. That was fun.
Yeah. Oh, I loved it.
Yeah, and what killed the Tomorrow War aliens? What was
exactly what Jeffy was referring to? The cold, basically, right?
Yeah.
Cold.
Yeah.
Cold did.
Because that's where they...
you didn't have a weather report on this place before you came? Dummies. Yeah, we got here from 80 million light years away, but we didn't know it got cold there.
Well, they listened to one of our weather reports.
We didn't pack appropriately because we don't do research on planets that we're going to invade. Exactly.
Yeah. All we did was research Adolf Hitler going into Russia. And so we thought you didn't have to prepare for that. Dumb. It's just dumb. All right. Welcome to
You never know.
Unleashed.
Now, hold on. As long as we're talking about aliens and how to kill them and stuff, do you want to see this creepy technology? Tell me, is this real?
Oh, yeah.
They've got this goo, this slime that they're developing. It's a robot that goes into your body to retrieve objects maybe you swallowed. Play this, please, Rob. This is apparently a magnetic blob that they control, right? They're controlling this. Look at this thing. So they're demonstrating this is what it would be like in your body, tracking down, and this is sped up for time here, 15 times faster than it really is.
And can it really go into your body?
Apparently so.
It's safe to do that?
Apparently so.
And then it wraps itself around things?
Look,
of course
cut it
Of
up.
course it is. Yeah, okay.
Why would you even ask that question?
A 3M product.
Thank you.
They called it custard-like.
Ugh.
That doesn't look like any custard I've ever eaten.
It's creepy. But see, look at that.
Gross,
see, there's like a little watch battery in this, faux organ.
And it grabbed it.
Yep, and then just takes it back with it. There we go.
Interesting. Huh.
Although the slime is going to be bigger, I don't think it destroys the watch battery, right? So you're still going to have to get it out of you.
It just freezes it. Just puts it right there.
Oh, there you go.
So I don't know. There you go, right?
Does it crawl back out with the thing, with the object?
Yeah, I think they're controlling it, if I'm not mistaken.
So
I didn't read the actual
all of that
words
has to
on the
come
screen.
back up out of your
That's what I'm saying.
throat?
That's what I'm saying. With the battery.
No, thank you.
With the stuff that they're getting out of you.
Yeah.
As you're wont to
Or
say.
do you poop it out like you would
Oh.
like a kidney stone or something?
Uh-huh.
But it's still...
I wonder.
Now how much would you pay?
No. Nothing. I don't want that.
I mean, if you got something in there that needs to come out,
yeah, I guess.
send it in.
Yeah, get a laser. Okay, laser it out of me.
That felt alien-like to watch that thing.
Yeah, it did. Got some tweets here. Donald Sylvester tweets, only join Twitter to hopefully one day get my tweet read on Pat Gray Unleashed.
Well, good luck.
Freaking love you guys.
Aw.
How's your day going so far?
Oh, you ruined it.
And then
Why'd he do that?
Yeah, I had to ruin it.
Why'd he do that?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. From Pew Pew One Pew, are you guys still talking about gas prices? The solution is easy, man. Get a job that pays over $300,000. Okay, buzz an electric vehicle, and you'll save $80 every month.
There you go.
Ta-da!
Hello.
That is truly the Biden administration's plan.
Yes, it is.
Now, did he mean buzz an electric vehicle or buy an electric
I think
vehicle?
I think
I would think
somebody's still
BUI.
waking up there. Pew pew one pew.
Okay.
This is why Twitter needs that edit button.
Yeah,
See,
it's coming.
I can't believe they don't have that already. That's like a no-brainer, right?
As
Facebook hasn't.
So does Instagram. I know.
Oh, do they?
But Twitter, there's a lot of big questions around
Snapchat?
that. I mean, they're asking Elon. Elon, that's a big question for Elon, that he questioned everybody on Twitter. Should they have an edit button? And Parag is like, ooh, to answer carefully. That's a big question.
Oh gosh.
So, I mean, there's a lot of, unanswered things of what do you do with the edit button? Because
You edit things. What do you mean?
I understand, but are you able? They're afraid that people are going to tweet stuff that you agree to, and then go back and edit it to say something that you wouldn't agree with.
That is worth considering.
So it's they're going to have to be able to provide a way to let people know that you edited. Do you go back to zero? Like if you tweeted something and got a retweet and a bunch of likes, and I go back and edit it. Does it go back to zero? Does it let all the people that liked and retweeted it know that you changed it, that you edited? So, I mean, it's one of the things that's cool about Twitter. I know you don't, but one of the things that's cool about Twitter is that immediate response to stories and live tweeting things. So if you have a typo or you screwed something up, you either delete it or you change it. You just type another tweet. And so that's kind of the fun of Twitter. Anyway, just a side note.
Does TikTok have an edit feature?
And I don't know.
Now, you couldn't edit anybody else's work, right? It's just for you.
Correct.
Yeah. So
Edit what? A video?
no, edit your
Well,
tweets.
your posts, your posts on TikTok is, you do have posts with your videos, but, Instagram has it, and so does Facebook.
And it hasn't messed anything up for them,
Well,
has it?
not that nothing great that I'm aware of. It's possible that they could, have a list of things that.
If I have a typo,
screwed
man,
up.
I pull it down. I can't take it. I'm not going to sit there and look at my typo for eternity.
Yeah, I hate it. Yeah, I'm too anal to leave that.
Even if it's innocuous,
Yeah.
you can tell what I was trying to say.
Sorry, no.
Pulling it down.
It drives me out of my mind when I text something to somebody, and then I look at the text later, and the spell check thing has changed it for me. It pisses me off.
On behalf of Keith.
Yeah.
How often would you say that happens?
As
How
often as
would you say that
Yeah,
happens?
every once in a while. Every once in a while.
Just check and see how many
Yep.
texts I've got.
Yeah, I do know other people besides you
do
guys.
know other
I don't know if you're
people.
aware of
Okay.
that. Yeah.
All
I have
right.
family members and
Really?
friends and
So we can just assume that when
You can assume-
you're just ignoring.
Yes, you can
It's
assume
not
that.
that you don't
Yes.
have the phone with you,
That's
or that
correct.
it's in your briefcase, or
Right.
it's in another
Could-
room
that
of
I
your
just
house.
don't care
You're
about
just
what you guys are
ignoring
saying.
what we're saying.
Wow.
Okay.
This
Yeah,
is
you can
a-
assume
All
that.
right. All right. I'm okay with that.
You
I'm just
never text me.
that's
Shut up.
Not true.
Shut up.
That is not.
You almost
true.
never text.
Hold on a second. I just want to point this out. This is a bad example here because you actually did text me a week ago, March 30th. So that's a bad example. However, these are how many texts that I sent
I can-
between
I
here. 1,
absolutely
2, 3,
have
4,
texts
5,
that I-
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So there's 11 texts that I had sent between December and March with no reply.
No way.
November and March.
11? No.
Absolutely. Let me.
Bro,
Really?
Bro, don't challenge me.
There's not a.
Oh, he's gonna
Okay,
get
so
his
here's
phone
a text. Let's see. Here's a text from me. October 11th, no response.
11.
December 20th, no
yeah?
response.
Okay.
February 3rd, no response. I've given up.
Yeah,
by
yeah,
now.
yeah. Oh, see, and I don't know when to quit. So I'm
Okay,
just.
I responded there, responded there, responded there.
Where? What days are you talking about?
I don't know.
In March? You're talking about March, last week when we were
March.
texting. And that's why I was surprised we were communicating. I was like, oh my gosh, what is the one thing I've ever wanted to ask Pat in a text? Today's the day I should ask that. Because other than that,
this is only going back to February 17th for some reason.
oh, well.
How do I get more texts than that?
When'd you get the phone?
Like 1912. Look at this thing.
It should have.
It's a 5.
You can't even
it's
text
an
on that
iPhone
phone.
5.
Are you kidding
and
me?
There's no way I'm spending $1,000 on something I never use. I'm not going to do it.
Well, you just told us
so
that
I
you
still
spend
have the
all
5.
all the time in the world you have texting your friends and family.
Yeah.
Jeffy and I aren't on
Thank
that
you.
list.
Thank you.
I just said that I text them from time to time. When necessary, I've texted people. All right?
I mean, I just want you to
believe you. I
know
believe
that
you.
You need to get together with my sister. She'll commiserate with you. on that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
He never gets back to me. He never
right. Yes.
there's a lot of good stuff you missed out on then December through March.
I guess so. Let me tell you about Rough Greens. If you're a dog owner, you know what it means to have your pet get the best things in life. You just want that for them because they're part of the family. And that's Rough Greens. So no matter what dog food you feed your dog, sprinkle Rough Greens on top of it, and it's going to put a whole bunch of great nutrients in. But it also tastes great to them. I mean, I'm assuming because my dog gobbles this down.
Right.
I've obviously never tasted Rough Greens personally, but my dog, Belle, absolutely loves it and won't eat her dog food without it sprinkled on top. And it puts in all the vitamins and minerals and probiotics and antioxidants and basically anything she needs to make her healthier and happier. Dogs go crazy for this. My dog, Glenn's, Stu's, but Rough Greens knows that not all dogs love this. And so they want to be able to make sure that your dog is going to love it before you buy any. So you can get a free bag of Rough Greens right now for your dog to try out for a few days. All you have to pay is the shipping. Just go to roughgreens.com, RUFFgreens.com, or call 833-783-3364.
Pat Gray returns.
Built-in whammy bar over here.
No doubt.
Liking
Awesome.
I got this tweet from Hippie Patriot. We didn't even finish our tweets because of you two idiots.
Wait, what?
A little part of me feels sorry, Joe. Nope, I'm over it now.
I
What
know.
really makes me sad when I saw those three together was that this represents us. Gah! Führer Brandon. Were the journalists getting thrills up their legs seeing Barry back in the White House? Oh, of course.
Oh
they
my
were.
gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. Look at that crowd.
They were beside themselves.
Yes.
They can beside themselves.
It was it's embarrassing to see that, let alone embarrassing to see the person that we call the actual president of the United States
Right.
wandering around aimlessly.
Yeah. And Barack is such a douchebag. I don't understand how they're so enamored with him.
And you see him, he's a complete douche.
Oh, yeah. And he's
So fake.
He's fake. He's phony. He doesn't like Joe. He doesn't respect Joe.
Well, we have this in common with him at least.
That's true. That's true.
I'd be acting the same way around Joe.
Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of true.
Yeah. But they're supposedly on the same side. You know, they're supposedly like-minded.
They want us to believe they're buddies. Yesterday they talked about how
Well,
they used
Joe
to have
wants us
lunch
to.
all the time.
Oh,
Yeah.
Get out of here. They don't have
please.
lunch. Please. He hasn't seen him since he left the White House.
Right.
I'll bet you they've not been together until yesterday.
No, we know that when Joe originally decided to run for president, he personally asked
Don't do it.
Barack, don't
Not to
not
endorse him.
endorse him.
Yeah, we do know that.
Yeah. No, I thought you were talking about how Obama tried to. He said, "You don't have to do this, Joe. Come on, you don't have to run for president." So, I mean, they obviously have
Well, he
nothing
wasn't,
in common other than the destruction of our nation.
he wasn't going to run
Right.
until he
I
saw
know.
Charlottesville. And then that set
that
him
was
off.
it.
That set him
Had
off.
to.
I didn't have them pull this, but there was, of course, the obligatory Beau Biden reference yesterday as Jeffy Owens.
Oh, no. Was there really?
Oh, of course, yeah.
Man, am I sorry I missed it.
Yeah. We're talking about Obamacare and and how,
the cancer.
facing the prospect of, I can't.
Of course.
Always got to you got to shoehorn a Beau Biden reference into every speech, man.
And they've snuck his little foundation under the radar for a while. The Beau Biden Foundation that's been reeking some cash out of them or for them for a while now. Because the Cancer Foundation thing, that went under and they stopped doing that and never spent really any money on any cancer things. They had little parties and gatherings. That's it. But there is the Beau Biden Foundation that's been raking in a few million. That's just kind of under the radar. And
have they used any of the money for cancer?
I don't know. I'm sure
research
they have.
Or anything. Yeah, of course they have. Of course, naturally. I mean, let's remember who we're talking about here.
You.
Talking about Joe Biden and his son Beau, who died apparently in Iraq from cancer.
I know. That's what they have you believe.
Yeah. That's how he always talks about him. It's in reference to Iraq or Afghanistan. He didn't die in Iraq or Afghanistan. Stop it. Yesterday, Volodymyr Zelensky spoke to the UN. We're going to get to that coming up here in a few minutes. Talked about war crimes. The Russians say the Ukrainians did it. Ukrainians say the Russians did it.
Right.
I don't know.
He said, she said, man. And Zelensky's making the rounds, though, man. He spoke at the UN. He was on the Grammys the other night. I mean,
he was on the Grammys.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
We got to talk about that, too. That was going to be part of my chewing segment, though. You just blew me off with your phone talk. Had to talk about your damn texting. Who brought that up anyway?
Keith, as always, and you.
No, I think it was me.
And I think it was you. You inspired Keith.
Wow, write this day down for multiple reasons.
888-900-3393. More Pat Gray Unleashed coming up, and we'll do some chewing the fat as well. Welcome. Thanks for being here. 888-900-3393. Also at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Yesterday, Volodymyr Zelensky spoke to the UN. Guy's been everywhere. He described the apparent war crimes happening in his country.
Yesterday, I returned from our city of Bucha, recently liberated from Russian troops, not far from Kiev. So there is not a single crime that they would not commit there. The Russian military searched for and purposefully killed anyone who served our country. They shot and killed women outside their houses when they just tried to call someone who is alive. They killed entire families, adults and children, and they tried to burn the bodies. I am addressing you on behalf of the people who honor the memory of the deceased every single day, in the memory of the civilians who died, who were shot and killed in the back of their head after being tortured. Some of them were shot on the streets, others were thrown into the wells, so they died there in suffering. They were killed in their apartments, houses, blowing up grenades. The civilians were crushed by tanks while sitting in their cars in the middle of the road. Just for their pleasure. They cut off limbs, cut their throats, slashed their throats. Women were raped and killed in front of their children. Their tongues were pulled out only because the aggressor did not hear what they wanted to hear from them. So this is no different from other terrorists such as Daesh, who occupied some territories. And here it is done by a member of the United Nations Security Council.
That's a good point. Russia's a member of the UN Security Council.
Yes, they are.
Wow, jeez.
Yeah, they may vote to kick them out of it. Tomorrow.
How are they even on it anymore?
Exactly.
We've banned them from everything.
How's China on it?
Friends of friends. And
China's in it. Russia's in it. China has the Uyghur situation going.
Yeah, but we don't talk about that.
Right.
We're just talking about the Russia war now.
Yeah, stick to what we're talking about,
uninvited
man.
invasion of Ukraine.
One of the things that was a little weird to me about that was that they left the bodies in the street. I mean, how difficult then is that to call them out for that? I mean,
I've got questions.
Would you do that if you're just randomly killing civilians? You'd at least move the body somewhere.
Would you? Why bother?
Because you don't want the rest of the world condemning you.
Well, and so there's so much here. The satellite photos that they say, look, this happened from Russia. Apparently, unless there's an updated number, apparently there was 7 bodies in the street that they said, see, look. I mean, that could have been from a firefight, right?
Yeah,
could have.
Seven different. Okay.
Yeah.
And by the way, I am in no way defending anything Russia has done this entire time.
Sure sounds like it.
Shut up. As far as this specific town, somebody made the point, like, where is the cell phone footage? We've seen so much on social media from this war. Where's the cell phone footage of people in this town saying, look what the Russians are doing to us, look what's going on? There was no footage until the media came in there after Ukraine had controlled that town for 3 days. I'm not saying that somebody else did this. It's just
weird things.
It is very weird.
That I'm just not comfortable with. And I'm not saying Russia didn't do it.
Right.
They probably did. But I'm not convinced. I'm not 100% convinced.
Why would it take 72
really weird.
hours?
I don't know.
After
Yeah,
Ukraine controlled this town before we started hearing of the atrocities.
It's weird.
I don't like it. This whole thing is it's a mess, man.
Well, that's for sure.
I mean, the only ones I'm really convinced are the good guys in this, the innocents in this, or the Ukrainian citizens.
The people that are dead in that town.
Yeah. And those who are just struggling for their lives all through Ukraine. I really feel for them. And I have no sympathy for the Russian government who is sending their troops in and just trying to squash this country.
And Russia has asked for an investigation of what happened there in Bucha, and it's been denied. Like, Russia says, no, investigate what happened there. You will see that it wasn't us. And so far...
And would they say that? Had they done it? I don't know.
Possible.
Maybe.
Sure.
Maybe.
Repeatedly been denied on the international stage to have this investigated in the last few days.
But Zelensky also called for Russia to be held accountable by the UN.
Where is the security that the Security Council needs to guarantee? It's not there, although there is a Security Council. So where is the peace? Where are those guarantees that the United Nations needs to guarantee? It is obvious that the key institution of the world, which must ensure the coercion of any aggressor to peace, simply cannot work effectively. Now the world can see that what Russian military did in Bucha while keeping the city under their occupation, but the world has yet to see what they have done in other occupied cities and regions of our country. Geography might be different or various, but cruelty is the same, crimes are the same, and accountability must be inevitable.
I mean, this is what, day 42, something like that now?
Something like that.
I mean,
it's been over a month, yeah. Well over a month.
And we're going to...
They still haven't captured a major city in Ukraine.
We're going to give more sanctions.
Yeah, more
Russia,
sanctions were announced yesterday by Biden.
Hopefully these will, detour.
Yeah, they're now going after officials and their families that work at the Kremlin. No more investing in Russia, which I thought was already done. And the other one, there's another bullet point there that escapes me right now. But they're trying to tighten the screws even further financially.
This was never about deterrent.
Oh, yeah, my bad.
Never, ever about that.
Who said that?
That had nothing to do. Why do you keep bringing that up?
I didn't even use the word this time, sir.
Why do you bring it up?
Hey, look at all those people who don't want to shake your hand here, Joe.
You keep saying that. Yeah.
Is it because all the people around me are saying it? Is that the only reason? Stop saying it. Is it because my spokespeople are all saying it? The cabinet members are all saying it?
Well, that's because remember the time we had the meeting and you said it to us. And you said, hey, we need to go out there and talk about deterrence. And then you don't remember that, Joe?
No. I don't remember putting pants on this morning.
He had told us.
Where's my
Thank
pudding?
you. He told us that he never said that they weren't supposed to be deterrents.
Yeah.
And we continue to do them, and now we're adding on to them.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
That's
Right,
amazing.
right. That's a great question somebody should ask at the White House. Hey, why are we doing more of these sanctions if it's not meant to deter anything?
Yeah.
Deter.
Ridiculous. What?
Do it. Do it, Pat.
What? Detour?
Detour.
Detour. Like we're taking a detour.
Thank you.
These are the moments I live for. Yeah, so it's not meant to detour.
It is not meant to detour.
I don't even know how you detour.
He's supposed to march right into Ukraine, not go around to Poland
go around,
through
you don't go
Belarus.
around.
No. No detour. We're going straight into Ukraine.
Say it for us again, Jeffy. What is it?
He's not supposed to detour.
Detour.
Why is that a problem?
Because that's not how you say the word. Other than that, it's perfect.
That's the
I
way
wouldn't
it was.
even worry
That's the way it was asked to the
Yeah, I wouldn't
president.
even ask- I
They
wouldn't
weren't
worry
meant-
about it.
They weren't meant to detour. That's what he said. That's a quote from our president, my friends.
Okay. All right.
Play the tape.
Don't play the tape. This is too good as it is. Let it lie.
Putin may still try to reinvade Kiev. I don't know whether to cave into that or not.
Detour, yeah.
According to Western officials, Russia's recent strategic change may not mean Putin has given up trying to capture the Ukrainian capital city. He's set to launch a brutal new offensive in the Donbass region. They will be rearmed because they've used a lot of ammunition, and they will be resupplied with fuel and all the things they need, food and so on, to launch a new big offensive. According to NATO Security General Jens Stoltenberg.
We've given Ukraine a lot of weapons, man.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
a lot.
Billions and billions of dollars worth.
Yes.
Starting to pay off, too.
Yeah, I think it is. I don't think Russia's going to win this war.
No.
No, I don't think they are. I don't think they
can.
No. I know. And so now
if they use nukes, obviously they could.
Well, and that's where we're concerned that we may back Vlad into that corner, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, we've got to be able to get out of this now and have him be able to save some kind of face. If you believe that he needs to save some kind of
Give
face.
him something and then tell his troops to get out. Give Ukraine back to the Ukrainians and maybe make some small concession to them. Like Ukraine will never try to join the NATO.
Which they have said they wouldn't.
And we'll go ahead and decree that Crimea is part of Russia. I mean, it is anyway. It has been for the last 8 years.
Yeah.
So just go ahead and make that concession, get their troops out of Ukraine, and let's move on.
Drop the sanctions.
And drop the sanctions.
Drop the sanctions. Get them back to business.
Right.
I
And wouldn't you be, I don't know, sort of friendly to that when you've been getting your ass kicked for 42 days?
Right.
And you say Russia walks away with Crimea?
Yeah. Well, they've already got Crimea.
Yeah, I know.
They already have it.
Yeah.
This is just your admission that they have it.
Yeah,
It's just semantics now because they are
have
there.
it.
They have had it
there.
for years. So go ahead and say, yeah, they got it. And please get out now. And then I think that's a reasonable solution.
I feel like if you're Ukraine, you're doing so well and you got the world on your side, you go to the table and you demand Crimea back 100%, especially with this access to all the oil and all that stuff down there.
Yeah,
that's all that is. I mean, that's all.
If you want the death and dying to continue, that's what you do. I mean, but do you? I don't want my citizens to continue to go through this. If it's me, I'm going to make that concession.
Well, I would like to point out that, as you just mentioned, for the last 8 years, Russia has had Crimea. That didn't stop them from invading. But yeah, whatever it takes, get them out of there.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go.
Mm-hmm. Well, part of the problem is Ukraine hasn't admitted that it's Russia now.
Right.
They won't admit Crimea is Russia's. And so is that a huge thing? It's a pride thing. I don't know if it's a huge thing. I don't know.
I mean, especially if you don't give in to anything else.
Right.
Any other land is get out.
You get back every other inch of Ukraine.
Yes.
And the perception is, I think, worldwide, you've just beaten Russia.
Yeah.
In a hot war.
You've backed them off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, with the help of the entire world,
sure,
admonishing and not being
but
able
still,
to say hello
they've
to
done
a friend.
Far better than I thought.
I think
they would.
Ukraine takes over. They should say, "Now we're taking Belarus. You picked the wrong horse. We're taking over Belarus. Russia, you can have Crimea."
Maybe Ukraine launches a counteroffensive and just goes all the way to Moscow.
Okay,
maybe you do that.
Now we're talking.
And
I'm not convinced they couldn't do it.
I am not either.
I think
especially with all the weapons we're giving them.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Take a detour to Moscow.
The list of weapons that we've given them is incredible.
It is.
It's amazing.
If they also had air support,
if they had the planes, man,
they'd be able to. I think they'd be able to do it.
We've drawn the line at that.
Yeah, as long as they're using their own pilots. Yeah. I don't know what that
I
is
don't
all
think
about
I understand that line
I
either.
don't.
Because it
I
seems
don't.
like, they're use those old planes we've got over there. Go ahead.
What's the big deal?
Right.
Again, no big deal.
I feel like with everything else we've done, that's no big deal.
I know. I know. What was it? $700 million worth of.
Oh my gosh, the list was.
It was $700 million more.
It was more than that.
And altogether, it's more than that. It's in the billions.
Yeah.
For sure.
Absolutely in the billions.
All right. 888-900-3393. More Pat Gray Unleashed coming up.
Pat Gray. Pat Gray returns on the Blaze Radio Network.
Yeah. Welcome.
All right. So, according to the Pentagon, April 1st, we gave an additional $300 million to Ukraine, which means that we have now provided more than $2.3 billion to Ukraine amid the Russian invasion.
That doesn't surprise me.
Laser-guided rocket systems, Switchblade tactical unmanned aerial systems.
Those things are killer,
Puma
too.
unmanned aerial systems, counter unmanned aerial systems, armored high-mobility multi-purpose wheeled vehicles, small to large caliber non-stand ammunition, night vision devices, thermal imagery systems,
we
and
gave them
optics.
night vision?
Tactical secure communication systems, non-standard machine guns, commercial satellite imagery services, medical supplies, field equipment, spare parts. And that was April 1st.
Is that just a partial list? Probably is.
What was the grand total?
$2.3 billion.
$2.3 billion.
Total.
So we could have actually, and I'm not kidding, we could have saved that money and just transported everything from Afghanistan to Ukraine. Or just, think about this. When you're getting ready to withdraw, if you do it orderly, you could just take it to your allies.
Well, somebody's making money.
Somebody's making money.
Thank you.
You remember what the number was in Afghanistan we left behind?
I don't.
$80 billion worth of
That seems less than
weapons.
the $2.3 billion.
$80 billion!
Well, I'm glad the Taliban and Russia don't get along.
Yeah, geez. I mean,
Wow.
that's incredible.
That sure is. Oof.
So, why aren't the Democrats being held accountable for their stupidity of the last decade? With the Russia thing, they're trying to pin Republicans with a love for Russia. And I guess there's a tiny fraction on the right that seems to be, I don't know, favoring Putin or Russia over Ukraine. I don't know. I don't know.
We certainly haven't shown that with our detours that we're putting on Russia.
Right. I
mean, friends of friends and business partners and partners of partners. I mean, it's all, you can't even look toward Russia without being sanctioned.
And yet, during the debates in 2012,
in the 1980s are now calling to ask for their foreign policy back because the Cold War's been over for 20 years. But Governor, when it comes to our foreign policy, you seem to want to import the foreign policies of the 1980s, just like the social policies of the 1950s and the economic policies of the 1920s.
Right. So he seems to think that Russia, you can't really do the on Russia because there's sort of an SH sound.
It's tricky.
It's tricky.
Say Moscow.
So he seemed to think Russia's not a threat. What do you think now, Barack? You received like a conquering hero yesterday in D.C.
Oh, most definitely he was.
See? Got to wet my whistle a little bit. So it's agonizing. They get away with all this stuff. They're wrong every single time.
Every time.
They're wrong about climate change. They're wrong about the pandemic. They're wrong about the vaccine. They're wrong about Russia. They're wrong about absolutely everything.
And I think that we have oil executives going before Congress today, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
Good, fighting back finally.
I hope they are.
They
I mean, they're
I
going
think they
from
will.
a committee.
But to your point, every time they get something wrong, it's never bank error in our favor.
Right.
It's always to our detriment. Whether it's the price of gas with what their short-sightedness on oil and climate change and pushing that and lowering our quality of life, quite frankly. And that's just one example. Now, the world's a more dangerous place because of their policies. And this goes on and on and on.
I mean, I don't know that we're going to have the oil executives tell these congressional people, it's your policies that are ruining us.
Boy, we need that soundbite.
I don't think that's going to happen.
No. But we got a few minutes here.
All right, let's
do
do
chewing the fat
All
with
right.
Jeffy because we forgot last hour. And perhaps we won't go through the whole thing. There you go.
All right. Thank you. Congratulations to the Grammy Awards for avoiding the second straight all-time ratings low. They drew 9.5 million viewers in the final same-day rating.
And that was just slightly higher than last year, right?
9.23 was last
So
year. So they didn't
close.
get it. Congratulations.
So close.
It was right there. I mean, they've plunged the last 10 years.
Yeah,
Right?
same
I mean,
with
they
the
went from-
Academy and
I think
all
so.
of that.
I feel like I was thinking about this. I don't know that we're over the award shows, but I think social media has really killed the award shows because we all we see the artists, we know the artists, we know what they're.
Plus, we don't want to hear their political bull crap.
That's
I don't want to hear it.
True. And I will say though, I got everyone's message. Thank you. I got it.
What?
Oh, hey, Justin Bieber's got your suit on. Tiny guy in a fat suit. Is he going to give you your suit back, Jeffy? Ha, ha, ha. Yeah, I got it. Okay.
Wow.
At least maybe he'll, if he can dry clean it for me when he returns it, that'd be great.
Is that a thing now, or are you supposed to wear the
just-
super way
It's
too
Justin's
big
thing.
Yeah,
It's Justin's thing.
weird, really
It's
weird.
good look, I guess,
Is
for him.
Yeah, it's really not. No,
No, I mean,
it's
Haley
really
liked
not.
it.
No,
So,
did she?
Yeah, she appeared to.
Okay.
And we're loving on each other. Final Four this past weekend, also big numbers, and they, I forget how much I enjoy college basketball. Really watching the games, it was great fun, and congratulations to Kansas. I hate saying that, but congratulations to them. They had in big numbers. I mean, the Grammys were 9 million, and Saturday night's game was a little over 18 million. The Duke game, and so the championship, and throughout the entire weekend, they kept pushing me to watch women's championship game, women's sports in general, and on Sunday night was the telecast of the women's NCAA championship. I forgot all about it.
Really?
Personally, I don't know if you caught it.
Was it South Carolina?
Yeah, the Lady Gamecocks, man.
Now they drew in big numbers. Big numbers.
no.
In fact, it was
Did
the
they?
most viewed women's title game in 18 years.
All right.
And that is how many people?
Okay, the contest also drew more viewers than all but 10 college football bowl games. This is how they're promoting it.
10.
All but 10. 10 of the biggest bowl.
All but 33 of the college bowl
football
games.
games. They won. 4.68 million people.
4.68 for the championship
I know.
game.
I know. And the Kansas UNC game, 18.1 million.
Yeah.
Monday night's game. Huge.
I rest my case.
I know. Big news also, the PGA has got to be happy. 25 years ago, Tiger Woods won his first green jacket. 25 years ago. And he's looking like he's playing this weekend at the Masters.
He plans to.
I mean, he said yesterday that he's feeling good and he's feeling like I'm going to do it. You see the crowds that he's drawing for his practice rounds?
I know.
It's incredible.
I love it.
It is amazing. The PGA has got to be happy.
He is scheduled
Man.
to tee off at 10:34 a.m. Eastern tomorrow morning.
I mean,
That's
it's just-
incredible.
That is
'Cause
amazing,
he was
man.
nearly dead.
I mean, he's had 5 back surgeries,
Yeah.
and that last car crash, man.
Yeah.
It hurt him bad. The rehab for him has got to have been
Agonizing.
agonizing, man. Just incredible.
For him to be playing a practice round is accomplishment enough.
Boy,
Yeah.
no kidding. Major League Baseball also opening tomorrow if anyone actually cares?
Yeah.
But Buy Me
Braves,
Some
baby.
Peanuts and Cracker Jills
Ugh.
may be the new tune at the stadiums in the upcoming baseball season.
So bad.
PepsiCo Frito-Lay announced Cracker Jills going to be a permanent member of its snack roster. And they are reimagining it all. The 5 Jills were brought to life from artist and model Monica Ahanonu. And she is great.
Love Monica's work. I love it.
They're going to have nuts in those?
They also worked with artist Normani, she is great, by the way, to reimagine the iconic song "Take Me Out to the Ball Game" to include Cracker Jill. So Michelle Obama
Stop
was
it.
right. We have to change all. We have to change everything.
Everything. Yep.
Point of personal privilege.
Yes.
Pat Gray is here, and he's unleashed.
Please do not use gendered language to address everyone.
All right. Welcome. 888-900-3393. Yeah, got another gift box of stuff.
All right.
Wait, custom handmade cookies? No, I'm sorry. Those are
What's that?
by Laura.
I don't know if they're really cookies, though.
Really? But that's what's on her.
Well, let's
her
see what the card
here.
says. The card in your hand.
Comes with these cute little
Yeah,
puppies.
it does.
Puppies on the front. You know, it's going to be good inside.
Do you?
Hi, Pat, Keith, and Jeff. Hope you like these ornaments I made for you. I usually make decorated cookies, but I thought I could
Nice.
reason these for you.
Look at this. Look at this. Open up your little gift there.
All right.
It's like an emblazoned little ornament thing here with my ugly face on it and the Pat Gray Unleashed logo.
It's got the Chewing the Fat logo.
Oh, little easels over there to put them on.
Nice.
Yeah, she explains that, I believe.
Okay.
I included the little easels so you can display them on the shelf or on your desks.
So
Yes.
these aren't cookies.
So they're not cookies.
Apparently not.
So
No.
I shouldn't try it?
No, but if you really want cookies, though, you can go to Kexi.com and order the best darn cookies on the earth.
Thank you, Laura.
Best
this
cookies.
is really cool.
Kexi.com.
Did you bring any Kexis in today for us
I did
to
not.
sample?
No, strangely, I didn't. But
Okay.
you're welcome to go to Kexi.com
Okay.
and buy some.
Okay.
Because anyone could do that, right? I mean, that's
Yes,
the
yes, you
website
can.
does
And
it.
we do have a sale going on right now. I think.
As far as I know, Kexi.com doesn't discriminate.
Let's see
No, that's
your,
right. We do not.
Let's see your little
I got-
deal.
This,
How cool.
so that's not a cookie, I guess,
No.
right?
Thank
know.
you, Laura.
Yeah,
This
thank
is
you, Laura.
really
That's
nice.
very cool.
And it's like
It's really fun.
It's like, you put it in like a clay, like a, what is it called? A kiln or something? I don't know. It's like you bake it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like,
Yeah.
Don't do that. You'll crack it.
yeah, I probably would.
So
Thank you. I actually did that
Really
once.
fun.
There was a bug on my windshield, and I flicked it just like that
Mhm.
and shattered my windshield.
Get out of here.
I'm not kidding you. Yeah.
Was it 85 below?
There must have been some sort of hairline
come
crack or
on.
something, and it wasn't like that. Like I was trying to get it like that, and then I kind of hit it with this. That's what it was, the side of my fist there. But it wasn't that hard.
So-
I barely.
So now the
impacted.
story
No.
changes from
Wait,
just a
no.
flick.
No, it wasn't the side of
That
my
was
fist.
The sledgehammer.
I took a
was
hammer
holding.
and I hit it as hard as I could. And
And
sure
it
enough,
cracked. I can't believe it.
I was reliving the moment in real time. I remember flicking it like that, and then I went like that. So screw both of you. No, anyway, yeah, and that just shattered with the hammer.
that is weird
And then
when that happens.
I kicked
yeah.
it out, and then all of a sudden
weird.
a crack appeared.
Strange. All right. Not everybody is struggling financially right now. You know, even with the inflation, the high gas prices, all of that. There's a story about Stacey Abrams apparently not necessarily struggling like some of us are.
Huh.
She
You're
increased
talking about
her
the governor of Georgia, Stacey Abrams. Is this
yeah,
what you're talking
yes,
about?
the one.
indeed. She increased her net worth rather substantially in just a couple of years. She was worth a whopping $109,000. Now, your net worth, that includes all your possessions,
Right.
Yeah.
your salary, all of that stuff, your savings. $109,000.
Yeah.
Well, now she's worth $3.17 million.
That's pretty good.
Wow.
Yeah. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, when she ran for governor in 2018, it was 109. The hefty tax bill from the IRS was $54,000 with a further $410,000 in liabilities. She owed $96,000 in student loan debt $83,000 in credit card debt. $83,000 in credit card debt.
Wow, that's how you're living, right?
Yeah.
And then, of course, she hasn't had to pay any money back on her student loan debt.
That's been frozen for a couple
of years. And they're pausing it again
until August 1st.
Right.
So that's good news for her.
Joe Biden.
That's very good news.
People who have student loans that
now
don't want to pay.
This says that her political celebrity translated into $5 to $6 million in payment for speeches. Was it really speeches? People are paying her whopping amounts of money for speeches. Stop it. And books. Okay, so like Barack Obama, she got famous. People started buying her books.
But she actually was writing books, though. She was writing the adult books, right?
Indeed.
Yeah, that's probably where she got her money because they're so good, and everybody was like, I got to have some of that.
So in overtime, play it. In overtime.
Oh wait! Oh no! Now we got a conflict here between Jeffy and Martin.
We'll spend a little more time on some of those books and the fabulous writing skills of Stacey Abrams.
Page 2.
No! Page 2.
You're gonna love it.
Page 2.
She is talented.
I can't wait to hear them. Actually,
Page 2 and 3.
I'm happy to read them.
Stuck together.
Awesome stuff. Congratulations, too, by the way, to Anthony Fauci. Congrats to Tony. Holy Cross, the Anthony S. Fauci Integrated Science Complex is now going to be dedicated to him.
Good.
I know. It's
Can you
his
think of a
60th
more
class
deserving
reunion.
person?
I can't, actually, and neither can the president of Holy Cross, who is quoted as saying, Dr. Fauci vividly personifies the distinctive characteristics of a Holy Cross education. And we know his life and work are already inspiring the next generation of empathetic servant leaders.
Empathetic servant.
So congratulations. Congratulations to Tony. And
it's embarrassing
complex.
how these people turn into little cultists.
Oh, man.
With this guy at the head of
An
their
entire
wonderful little
society.
cult.
An entire society has turned into cultists. And
I mean, look how they treated the second coming of Barack yesterday.
Oh, I know. Falling down at his feet and worshiping him practically.
Some of that footage we played early on the show, is just incredible.
Play the one with Biden looking over at his little groupies encircling him, and he's been left out of the circle.
Yeah, that was.
And he stops and just looks at it.
Where do I go?
Let me turn around here. Oh, everybody's with Barack.
Yeah.
What?
No, nobody's following the actual president.
Hello? Okay, I'll wander off over here. I'm going to go over here.
And then that other clip where...
Incredible.
Pathetic.
Play the other clip, too, where Obama is just completely ignoring him.
And
you won't even look at him.
Biden actually reaches up and puts his hand on his shoulder. Watch for that. And Obama doesn't react to it at all.
Zero.
And he knows
reaction.
it's him.
Watch.
It's got to know it's him. He's talking to him.
Yeah, he knows.
Who else? Nobody else
Look
is
at
putting
that. Biden is talking.
Nobody else is putting their hand on Barack's shoulder.
Look at this. Biden is talking, and no one's looking at him and acknowledging he's even there.
Oh, hey, Barack.
And now he put his hand up on his shoulder.
Barack.
Look at that. Look at him leaning in and away from him.
Not a thing.
81 million people. 81 million.
At least look at me, Barack. At least turn around and make eye contact.
Remember the guy. They want you to believe that the dude on the left got more votes than the dude on the right. Shut up.
By moving to fix a glitch in the regulations that will lower premiums for nearly 1 million people who need it, and allow 200,000 more uninsured Americans to get access to coverage.
What an old person thing to do.
It absolutely is. It absolutely is an old person.
The only thing lacking there is a pair of shorts and black socks.
Hey, don't dog that
and
look.
dress shoes.
Don't dog that look, man.
Absolutely. I don't have a problem with that, actually. Let's not do that. But that's absolutely an old person thing to do because you always got to have your little candies with you.
So do you think it was Lemon Drop or Werther's Originals? Which are you going with?
I've got to go Werther's.
That's what I'm thinking.
I would think Werther's, but it's Joe, so.
So who knows? Yeah, who knows? Wow.
It's just terrible.
Wow.
Terrible. I mean, great. I'm sorry.
Yeah. But we're on the right track here. 2 parents in Baltimore, Maryland have filed a lawsuit against their city and its school district in response to shocking reports about the progressive city's abject failure to educate children.
Oh.
No.
Stop.
I first moved to Baltimore, Maryland 33 years ago. And
it was great then.
It was great then. It was so great that we said, you know what? This is too good for our kids. Really.
We can't do it.
They'll outshine us before they're 7. We can't have that.
Wait, is the education system in Baltimore the reason you started homeschooling?
Yes.
They're too good for us.
Yes.
We can't have that.
Not going to outshine
Can't
me.
have our kids be smarter than the parents, right? So we took them out of school and did it ourselves.
Thank you. Get out there and feed the chickens.
Earlier this year, local news outlet WBFF-TV highlighted the story of a woman who graduated from the Baltimore City public school system without being able to read. Now, you hear about these stories, I don't know, 30 years ago, 40 years ago. It's happening now.
Yeah.
The outlet also found a whopping 77% of high schoolers at one area school, oh, man, who were reading at an elementary level. High school graduates reading at an elementary level.
What have we said? Nobody cares about your kids' education more than you.
That's right. Another report discovered that in the last year, 41% of Baltimore County public or Baltimore City public high schools earned below the students there earned below a 1.0 grade point average. What? 41%
devastating
had below a 1.0 grade point average.
Is that bad?
Well, let's see. Like 2, a 2 is a what, D? So a 1 is definitely an F. And 41% of them were below that.
I feel like you're still passing with the 1.
For those listening out there,
I feel like you're still. Look, I'm still
at the Jeffy School.
I'm
that's
here.
That's still a passing grade.
I'm here. One.
Okay.
Let me out.
For those listening out there who may have a GPA below 1, generally speaking, 4.0 is a perfect GPA. So
Yeah.
it's a scale
Generally
of 0
speaking.
to 4. So
it's
if
not
you're,
exactly the case anymore.
No, it is not.
they can add AP
They're more,
classes,
yeah.
maybe you get to 5. Is that right?
Yeah, close to
I
5.
think they
Didn't
get
apply
4
here.
something. I mean, it's high 4s.
I've heard like 4.8 before.
Yeah, it's high 4s.
So below 1's not good?
I still feel like 1 is okay. I feel like 1, you're still hanging in there.
Yeah, definitely. I think you know what to do with the Jeffy School system right now. Avoid it at all costs.
Yeah, but they're good at football.
I didn't say below 1.
Yeah.
Jeffy
You
School
know, the below
system
1
has
are
good football teams.
Well, thank you. Yeah, you got to help them out
And
a
that's
little
what's
bit.
important.
Thank you.
Giovanni Patterson said, after hearing these reports, this is terrible. Yeah, you think?
Well, that's a deep thought there.
This is just further perpetuating a cycle of poverty, of despair.
Yep.
Geez, and Baltimore just doesn't need it. I mean, they got so much of this going anyway. It's too bad. It's a pretty nice city. After they finished the Inner Harbor, got rid of some of the rats.
Who was the congressman and people in charge of Baltimore for years?
Yeah, hang on.
What was that again? That we were supposed to be in love with?
Was it Democrats?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's
Elijah Cummings.
That's the
Democrat leadership for
Yes.
50 or 60 years has led right here. Right to high schoolers
I feel
not
like-
being able to read, and they graduate
I
anyway.
feel like even Nancy Pelosi's dad was the mayor there for a while too.
Huh.
Was he?
I think he was.
I think you're right. That sounds
I
familiar.
think he was.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean,
what
there's
are
some
you
good people.
insinuating?
There's some good people running the city of Baltimore over the years.
Yeah.
And Trump got in trouble for calling it the Rat City or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, because it is.
Well, when I lived there, there were 30 times as many rats as people.
Oh yeah.
There were quite a few people. It's a metro area over 2 million, like 2.5 million.
Thomas-
So do the math.
Thomas D'Alessandro.
Okay.
Mayor from 67 to 71.
Huh.
Okay.
Interesting.
It is
Yeah.
interesting.
Interesting.
Jeez. I mean, it's just led them straight into the ground. Why don't you wake up to that fact that the Democrats are not getting you anywhere? You're not They're not helping your minority population. They're certainly not helping the white population.
No, not at all.
They're not growing your city. They're not expanding things. They're not helping people get good educations. It's terrible leadership. Oh, and let's talk murder rate. Like the highest of almost any city in America in Baltimore. Baltimore is
they're always
one
top.
of the murder capitals of the country. So, yeah, they got a lot going for them now because of that really great leadership they get from Democrats.
But what's good is that the education system is creating at least some smarter people that will help them in the long run.
Yeah, right.
Right? Because I feel like if you've got a 1 or above.
Right.
I mean,
you're qualified to be in politics.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, you're running for office.
Yeah. All right. You keep thinking that. See how that works out for you.
Just gut check. Stop.
Thank you. All right. Yesterday, or Friday, the House passed legislation that would legalize marijuana nationwide.
All right.
So you probably love that, Jeffy. Eliminating criminal penalties for anyone who manufactures, distributes, or possesses the substance. Lawmakers approved the measure in a 220 to 204 vote. I wonder if that was party lines. Was that Democrat, Republican, or did we have crossover here?
I don't know.
The legislation dubbed the Marijuana Opportunity Reinvestment and Expungement Act. What?
They're going to let a bunch of people out of jail.
It passed the House last year, but did not move forward in the Senate. In addition to decriminalizing marijuana at the federal level, the bill would also establish procedures for expunging previous convictions from people's records and impose a tax on the sale of cannabis.
Yeah, but this is federal now, remember, so then you still have the states to deal with.
Yeah.
And there's plenty of states that I think we're in the 20s now of the states that's legal now.
Yeah. Where you can smoke and own a certain amount.
Yeah.
As long as you're not distributing, is it usually?
It's usually that. Some states have a little bit more than that, right? And you have to have, they are making money because you have a license to sell it. So where do you get that license from? The state.
Now, if I have 48 tons of marijuana in my basement.
Well, I mean,
I'm just a very
50's the line.
50 tons.
The line. 50 tons the line. Yeah.
So for recreational purposes,
so I'm okay.
If you're below 50, you're not the cartel.
All right.
So you're fine.
Good.
And they'll believe you.
I'm just an enthusiastic marijuana smoker at that point, right?
Prepper.
Yeah.
Looking for the
right.
future.
I want to make sure when the apocalypse comes, I got plenty of smoke in my basement. The tax would begin at 5% and eventually increase to 8%.
There's the key right there.
Absolutely.
Funding raised through the tax would go toward a fund to provide job training, mentoring, substance abuse treatment, legal aid, re-entry services, and youth recreation programs. It would also provide loans to help small businesses in the cannabis industry that are owned and controlled by socially and economically disadvantaged individuals.
Yeah, so if you're a minority, they'll give you the business.
Wow, that's happening with a lot of stuff now.
Absolutely it is.
A lot.
What do you mean, Whitey?
Has quite a South Africa feel to it, does it not?
Mm-hmm.
It does.
And that turned out well.
It does. Oh, they're South Africa they're happy.
They're getting along.
Going on. I mean, they're
really good.
They're happy that it's going. I mean, they're protesting in the streets of South Africa as we speak.
Because they're so happy?
Because they're so happy, yes.
So those aren't protests, those are celebrations.
I'm sorry, yeah, they're celebrations.
I see.
I'm sorry.
I don't know. I've seen downtown Seattle where in Washington it's been legal for quite a while. And you got all the burnouts just sitting there smoking weed all day. And they're just brain dead. I don't think it's led to a good place.
Well, I don't know that that's all marijuana.
I don't know. Isn't marijuana the entry drug and it leads you to other things?
Okay, Grandpa. All right. Yeah, you're right.
This is a big guy bill.
Only fat people can write these bills. Really big fat people write these bills.
The meth situation in this country is out of control.
Meth?
Yes.
Is it?
Out of control. The numbers are huge, dramatically bad. And we need to, that absolutely something needs to be done. I mean, I would like to say that everything should be legal.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know that that's actually a good thing, making everything
because
legal.
People can't make choices for themselves. Progressive over there? Okay.
I know. That's what that's the struggle I have with it.
I'm with you. I mean, I got you. I understand.
Because I mean the meth situation in this country is really bad, and
so if you make it legal, that'd be better. It'd make it better, worse,
I don't know.
or about the same.
I don't know.
I
don't know.
Yeah.
I was at the eye doctor the other day, by the way.
Just let me smoke my joint and leave me alone.
Thank you.
Okay?
Thank you. Yes, Jeffy.
Just let me eat my edibles and leave me alone.
Can I
okay?
just say I heard the voice of Pat in my head when I went to the eye doctor the other day, and the dude said, "Is this better or worse?"
Better? Worse?
And then he just let me hang.
He didn't do about the same?
He didn't do about the same.
It's criminal.
Wow. I was like,
that's criminal.
Where is Pat?
You know what that is?
Right.
That's our education system going to hell right there.
That's right. He doesn't even know what he's supposed to say as an optometrist.
I almost stormed out of the room and went up front to ask for another doctor.
Have you been trained?
Should have.
Have you been professionally trained?
Where is my about the same?
Right.
Pat would do it.
Yeah, you got cheated.
Oh, yeah.
You got cheated.
Sure
Keith.
did.
You don't have to stand for that.
We have an update on Cricket Girl from yesterday. Remember the girl who had the cricket infestation?
Didn't know what to do with them. She was crying.
36 crickets. I was skeptical that she was being real, and I'm even more skeptical now. Here's the update on it.
Hey guys, here's an update about the crickets in my house. A lot of you gave me really good advice, and I just want to say thank you so much. I think one of the most helpful pieces of advice was someone saying that I should try to send a message, and I think that they meant like in a violent way, like kill one and then leave it out, but I'm not a violent person, so I thought I'd send a message in a different way.
Okay.
Thought maybe I could just like wear this around the house. Like send a message that their son is a hoe.
Sadly, I think the shirt might have rang too true for Gregory here, who is the father of a hoe.
It says your son is a hoe.
Your son is a hoe is her T-shirt.
So
and that killed the cricket.
I guess your gut reaction to the video yesterday was probably accurate.
It wasn't real.
But look, she got the clicks, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I guess.
She got the clicks.
Absolutely.
So there you have it.
Wonder how many clicks. Did you see how many clicks she got?
Oh gosh, I'll get back to you.
Yeah, we got to look at that because it's just not right. You see things like this, and when you do quality stuff and put it out there, and it gets 8 views, you go, but this got 7,240,000.
Probably.
Yeah.
Let's see. So the update.
There's no justice in the world. No justice.
Oh, hi. How are you?
Okay.
Sorry.
So
well,
you're there.
How does it work, Jeffy, on Instagram? Or TikTok. It's got 425,000 likes.
Okay.
That's not the views. Where do I go for the views on this thing?
That's pretty much the views.
Okay.
So 425,000.
And that's when that story was printed, right? That's
just the update.
That.
I don't even. That's not
we're
even.
past that.
No. It's right now. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Well, not as good as you'd hope.
Yeah, she'll get there.
Maybe she needs to wear another
well, we
t-shirt.
just helped her, so now she'll really kick
Start
into
frying them up and eating them. You'd be good.
That's what they want.
The website of a woke church in Illinois says that during Lent, the church is going to give up whiteness for Lent. They will not utilize any music or liturgy created by white people. Isn't that great? That's
not
really
racist,
awesome.
is it?
No, that's not racist.
Because it felt.
And you know how you determine that if you flip it around and you say a white church is saying, "Hey, we're going to give up all black people for Lent." You know nobody would be upset with that.
No.
So that's how you test whether or not it's racist.
Nobody would say a thing.
Nobody'd say a thing.
Nobody would say a thing.
Not a word would come out of people. They just go, "Oh, okay, that's fun. And then that's nice. A nice thing to give up for Lent." Unreal. All right. More coming up on Overtime. We'll see you again here tomorrow.
Pat Gray, only on the Blaze Radio Network.